This is the Finesse Media Podcast.
I'm back with something brand new, and this time I'm back with my first guest, Finesse. Y'all get ready. Great episode. I enjoyed talking to my good sis, now cousin, AriaKai, podcast host and singer. Be sure to grab your red cups because we about to do it. Episode 3 is on the way.
Making sure I'm keeping up with my people from UAPB. I'm bringing them on every season. We're going to have a bunch of UAPB folks.
This is the Finesse Media Podcast.
The Chronicles with your girl AK, you know I'm coming. I talk my shit, I keep it crazy, I ain't never stunned. Just catch me on my YouTube, baby, keep it real, not
Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, we finna
Episode 2
go
on the
crazy.
way.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it, and we're going to bring it back. We are going to bring it back with another episode each week on the Finesse Media Podcast. As I mentioned to you, I bring you something brand new, and this week, yo, I got someone brand new at the top of season 6. Thank you so much for continuing to support this season, but welcome back to another episode of the Finesse Media Podcast. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media, and I got joining with me for the first time, the first guest, the first Finesse joining me. Listen, this is going to be a good episode, y'all. I'm telling you right now, you might want to pull up your phones right now because you're gonna be trying to figure out who this girl is. How can I follow? How can I stay in tune? Welcome to the podcast for the first time. My new sister, friend, cousin, all of that. Welcome to the podcast. My girl, AriaKai, podcast host, singer, actress, you name it. But we're gonna be talking about the podcast Red Cup Chronicles, and I got my red cup too. I got my red cup.
Okay, you came ready for the party, so I'm ready for you. Okay.
What's up, man? What's up, sis? Listen, I was in Georgia last month. I heard all about you. Shout out to my new auntie in my head, Gloria. But she was telling me all
Let's
about
go.
you as her daughter, but really was sounding like a super duper fan. And I had to check out your Instagram page. And immediately when I started to scroll through, I'm like, yeah, she got to come on, but she got to be my first guest because the energy you bring, I don't know what's in that bucket red cup over there on every episode, man. I'm probably talking too much. Let me let my audience hear from you. AriaKai Queen, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here. Okay, thank you, Steve. You know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to know my name is Aria Kai. My boyfriend,
AriaKai, my bad. I said
he kind of
AriaKai,
he
bro.
cut me a little short. Yeah, it's okay. You cut me a little short. It's AK for short. And I tell all the time my shooters, that's my gang, my supporters. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much just for even just still tapping in with me. But shooters stay loaded with love and positivity and good people and good vibes. And anybody that's gonna become a shooter, y'all know what to do. Hey, Karen.
That's what's up. Y'all hear this? Listen, it's so melodic. That's how I know you're a musician, right? Because your words are
Thank
even
you.
they're syncopated. They're like da 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 da. So to even hear you talk, it's on purpose. You should have a podcast, AriaKai. AriaKai,
Oh,
my bad. I'm messing up your name again. But what drew you
you
to
fine.
let's go back to your music. We'll drum it up to the podcast, Red Cup Chronicles. Again, congratulations on season 2. But to kind of let
Thank
my
you.
audience know who you are and this phenomenal singer, which I want to get into right away. Kind of what made you, where you're from, but how did you get into the love of music?
You know what, love for me is a strong word, and I take it very seriously. And I want to say that I have a love, a passion, a compassion, everything for music because I've been doing music since I was a little girl. Like I was 3 years old. I had sang "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston to my daddy. It was his birthday, and I don't know. I just kind of felt like then that's what I wanted to do. I feel like I always had something to sing about. I sing every word I say, so I just kind of knew, right? I used to have like really bad stage fright, so
Mm,
it kind of like held me back from doing music so much the way that I really wanted to do music until I had to pray it off, and that's some stuff we can get into. But the
yeah.
love for me is it's crazy. It's beyond love. It's like a passion. I do it because it's something that matters to me, and that's something I want to do for sure.
Now you say
Whether
you sung
grass
for
to
your
it, don't
dad
grass
too,
to
like
it.
at a young age. You say you sung for your
Mm.
dad.
My daddy is, the emoji with the heart. My daddy is my heart. Okay, my mama is my heart. Shout out to Gloria. Shout out to Carl. Shout out to my stepdad, Tyrone. Like I love them, and I'm blessed to have a huge family and a family that loves me and that continues to push me forward. But honey, yeah, I was doing it at 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Say that talk is cheap. Yes, I am unique. Don't know much about the streets. I pay my own way. No, I don't get in clubs for free. I got my own car. I got my own crib. I got 2 degrees and I'm really up on my shit. You thought you knew me?
Three. Y'all wasn't telling me nothing.
And it could have been because you traveled a lot, because you're not just from, well, you're from one place. Everyone's from one place, but most people live there. I'm from Chicago. I've lived there most of my life. But you're not like that. You've moved all around. So talk about like some of the places and why you were traveling so many different places.
The Windy City. Shout out to the
Yeah.
Windy City.
Shout
Wait,
out to
what
the
part of
South.
Chicago are you from? Before
South
I.
side. South side.
Oh, everybody from the South Side. Shout out to the South Side.
Everybody's from the
uh,
South. I will show you this Cubs thing, but it's not the South side.
you talking about it's not the South Side, but it's a side. So shout out to Cubs too. No, you know what? I actually lived in Chicago. I didn't live on no side, but I lived in the suburbs of Chicago. So I lived in like Gurney. Shout out to Gurney, Waukegan, Zion, North Chicago.
Yeah.
That's my family. But
I
I'm
didn't know
an
you were
Army
up there.
brat. Absolutely. I went to high school up there.
Oh
That's
wow.
where I
And
went to high school, graduated high school. That's where most of my friends is like. That's where you make your real people at. And then you go to
yeah,
college and you meet some real people that you're gonna
yeah,
ride or die with. But I'm an Army brat. My parents were military, Army. And I was born in Würzburg, Germany. So it's kind of crazy because I feel like I've
oh
been a
wow,
little bit of everywhere. I feel like I've been a little bit of everywhere, but not like the typical places. So my family, both sides, my mom and my daddy side is from Mississippi, a little place called Kosciuszko. Shout out
yeah.
to Oprah because Oprah's from
Yeah, it's
Kosciuszko,
a small
Mississippi.
town. When I asked your mom, I
Sad.
said, "Where you from in Mississippi?" When she said it, and I'm like, "I never heard of that town." She was like, "Yeah,
Never
it's
heard of
where
it.
Oprah's from." That's cool.
Baby,
That's
we
cool.
gonna we rep it proudly because and Oprah, you know, you need to come do a movie down there, girl, because I see you doing all this these other movies down there. So that is cool. Come on to your side. But absolutely, we from there. It's real small. And so both of them, my families live up like 10 minutes apart from each other. So I just go and ripping and running to both sides. But I was born in the in Würzburg, Germany, so I feel like I'm the foreign one of the
Yeah.
family. I can't go.
Because I mean, siblings. How many do you have? Other? Where is this talent coming from? Is what I'm trying to pick at.
You trying to get to the T?
I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out where is this talent of a bug coming from this lively personality of that
Baby.
you are. Where is it? You have brothers, sisters, older
So
cousins.
I do. I have all of that. That shout out to God because He keep my family strong. But I do think I get my talent from my grandmother on my mama's side. Like my
Yeah,
grandma be singing. She be like going to church and she's real like godly. She sing gospel music and so. She don't sing it like that no more, but she definitely has a voice on her, and I just feel like it carried over to me because my mama, shout out to my mama, but she cannot sing, honey, and I did not get it from her.
so
And
it's
nobody
yours.
really, yeah, nobody on my other side of my family can really sing besides my little cousin. And I'm so proud of her. Like she looked up to me. Shout out to you, Taylor. She at JSU now, so but shout out to her because she like sings a lot now,
Yeah.
and I got smaller cousins like they coming up and they want to figure out what they want to do. So I take pride in being, who I've become, and a lot of this stuff I did on my own. Did nobody help me? So I'm glad that I could be able to give them information as well.
Yeah,
But
that's what's up.
absolutely,
Well,
my
I'm
grandma.
loving the music. I'm loving the music. Keep it coming. As a hashtag is saying, stand on business. I guess. Shout out to
Stand
King
on
because
business.
he is standing on business, and you are in Georgia. And again, congratulations on season 2 on the Red Cup Chronicles. Talk to our
Wait,
viewers about that.
no. Well, let me correct you. It's season 1, so I just started. I'm real fresh. I'm only 4. I'm about to record episode 4. So shout out
Wait,
to
you
season
don't have
1.
2 seasons?
No, I only got 1 season of Red Cup Chronicles, and baby, we lit.
How did I
Red
miss all this? I
Cup.
guess I thought you were in your second season of it. Well, shout out to
Oh,
your inaugural
listen,
season.
come
Yeah, shout
on
out to
now,
well, you killing it.
it's
You,
coming.
yeah. So just well, I guess since you're so fired up with this new season, then it's still worth to say it. What's going on with Red Cup Chronicles? Tell our viewers and listeners about this podcast. What it's all about.
Come on now, and if you got a cup, we don't do it on camera, but if you got a cup, take a little sip. I don't care what it is. If it's juice, water, whatever, That's how we start the red cup every time. And it's
Okay.
no peer pressure. Just drink what you want. I drink coffee and tea and everything with my red cup. I get more bang for my buck like that. But the red cup is a safe space for creatives. I really
Mm.
felt like I wanted to create a space where we can all network. Some people be scared to talk. I am not one that's scared to talk. I do express myself very openly. I'm very blunt about the things that I say, but I am so loving and so open in my energy, and my vibe is just radiant. So I just feel like with the Red Cup Chronicles, I wanted people to come in. I don't care what you do. If you do poetry, if you write music, if you play an instrument, if you do makeup, hair, make clothes, please bring it to the Red Cup because I want people to know who you are. I want to get to know who you are. Even you. Come on out
Yeah.
here. Come
And
to
you
the
gotta
Red
have me on the
Cup,
show.
baby.
Listen, I'm
Come
often
on
in.
now.
Listen, I'll show up. Just let me know. I'll show up. I'm set to probably be in Georgia within the next 30 to 60 days. We can certainly
Please
set
let me
something up. Yeah.
Please let me know. For real,
Yeah.
come to the red cup because I want people to know who you are. I want people to know who the creators are. And it's really about us having a safe space to talk to each other, to understand each other. And if you want to crown that, okay?
Yeah.
If you want to say what you're doing, if you want to say how you feeling, like we're gonna get into some things and I'm gonna get deep with you because a lot of people do take breaks. Like some artists who are fresh and new feel like artists don't take breaks. Yes, we do. And I
Yeah.
think
You
that
gotta
is
take
I
breaks.
think yeah, especially in this day and age, I really feel like it's healthy because so much be going on in the world. And I am very big on mental health. I've had my own depression. I've had my own sad moments in my life and my own periods where I felt like maybe it wasn't working out for me. And so that's why I wanted other people to feel like, hey,
Yeah.
there's a space for us to do it. The red cup move that is not always in one spot. I'm coming to you if I gotta
Yeah.
come to you.
You
Tell
gotta
me
come to
because I
Dallas.
want to be comfortable.
You gotta
I'm
come to
coming to
Dallas.
you if you need me to come to you. Do you
You
hear me?
listen, come to Dallas. I mean, not to do the Red Cup, but you just got to come and hang out too. Like we got to have a lunch date. I'm in Georgia, but you got to come and return the favor
I'm
to
with
Dallas.
it. I'm
You
with
got
it
to.
because I had said I wanted to move to Texas. You in Dallas, Texas. I had said I wanted to move to Texas. I said originally Houston, but then I
Yeah,
thought about Dallas and San Antonio. So you never know. But I'm definitely coming because I gotta live my life, honey. I feel like all
yeah,
I do is work, and
yeah.
work.
Yeah, we talked offline a little bit about your work schedule. You gotta get this work life balance thing together, because if I'm yeah,
Okay.
I definitely want to see you. I don't want to hear, hey, I'm at work, cuz, or listen, this is what's happening. So I want to see you. Got to take some PTO.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna definitely try to do my best to do better coming in 2024.
No,
Okay.
it's all good. So I come to Georgia, you come to Dallas. It's all good. But when you talk about that, you have people on your platform. It's really commendable. I really would say that because as a podcaster of the same kind of genre space, I do want to have people on that. I always say that's finessing the game. So you're definitely one of those people, and you are kicking this season off as the first finesser. You're someone that I see that's finessing the game. I don't care what nobody thinks or say, but believe me, those that I have on this podcast, believe me, I want you guys to support. And this is one that I want you to support. But each and every week, on the Finesse Media Podcast, I ask my Finessa, which again, that's you. Who's that person for you? Who's that someone that you say that's finessing the game?
Wow. It doesn't have to be independent or just anybody.
Oh, anybody. I mean, and
That's
I would say
finessing.
previous seasons, as you think real quick, previous seasons, people have said a brand. I had a guy who was a photographer, and he really said Nikon was the finesse in the game, and I have no objections to that. But I do appreciate if it's a person, because that person can kind of give you feedback and energy and so on and so forth. So who's that person for AriaKai that you say that's finessing the motherfucking game?
Wow, you know what? It's so many finessing
It
stuff. I ain't
is.
gonna lie to you. But can
That's a
I be
good thing
real?
too.
I have two. I ain't gonna lie. I have kind of like
Double
two.
down on it.
And
You a first guest. I get you. You'll do too. Double down.
okay, it's so hard. Okay, but I'm gonna say, and I sing R&B, y'all. I sing R&B.
Okay.
I am an R&B person. I'm
She
definitely in
teasing
my
y'all.
field.
She is holding this out,
I'm
y'all. She
definitely
is
in my
teasing
field.
us.
No, but for real, I want to say Lotto. Lotto is
Lotto.
finessing the
Shout out to
Lotto
Lotto.
is finessing. Shout out to Lotto.
Shout out to
And
Lotto.
Clayco is that. Shout out to Clayco. So uh yeah, Lotto, and I wanna say Victoria Monet because for our R&B girl. And I don't
You
even
said
want to
who
put her
was
in
that?
R&B. Victoria Monet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Is
love
it
the way
Victoria?
I love her rendition of the "I Look Good."
Uh,
That took me back to shout out to the Phi Beta Sigmas, right? So that took me back to my pledging,
okay, shout out.
my hopping days on the yard. Cause and I'm in Dallas, Texas too, by the way. They are from Dallas. So they're from Texas. I don't know if they're from Houston or
Let's
Dallas.
go.
I want my people from Texas to get me, but I know they're from Texas. But definitely, those two are dope. Lotto and isn't her name Victoria?
Monet. She
Monet.
is slept on. She slept on. And
Yeah,
I hope I'm saying her name right. It better be
I
Monet.
think
Because
you
if
are. No,
not,
I
y'all
think you
don't
are.
shoot me out in the comments. If it ain't, because low key, I don't get a chance to listen to as much
Yeah,
music because I don't
but
like
they
listening
know.
to music. But yeah, y'all know, don't shoot me out because I
Yeah,
know how the people
yeah.
can be.
We
But
just, whole rendition of a song. I think people would know it. It's oh my mom, and
she,
when she
look,
remixed that.
when I had got the melody in my head as you was doing your little stroll, I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
And she did that who had producer wise, everything, they did their big one on that
No,
record.
she's finessing the
And
game for sure. She is certainly finessing the game.
but what's crazy is she slept on because she's had other records that are real like that are good. But see, that's the crazy part about this industry. And that's
Mhm.
what I be wanting people to know. It ain't you can have a million songs that you think is like popular doing it. And really it's
Mhm.
one song, one hit that one time, one beat, one rhythm that's really gonna set you where you wanna be. And
Yeah.
it's the hardest thing to get at the end of the day.
Mhm.
Like easy and hard at the same time.
Because sometimes that one song is just kind of what we know is that one hit wonder, or if the one song isn't, or the songs to follow up isn't as good as that first song, then people are like, yeah, I like that new song, but it wasn't like that. Shout out to T-Pain, who was just on the BET Awards, who was just
Come on,
dropping
sis.
songs after songs after songs from like from years of being in the game in that early era too, when I
Yeah.
guess um I Look Good, Party Boys song was being played. I mean, T Pain had the radio on lock for years and years. So, music is good.
They used to do
Before I
him
get
in with
you up,
that auto tune. They used to try to do not to cut they used to try to do my boy in with that auto tune, but he went on Mad Singer because I am a fan of Mad Singer. So shout
yeah,
out Nick Cannon, everybody on Mad Singer, okay?
yeah,
Yeah, he won first season. And he did
yeah.
that
I mean,
without any auto tune.
well, if you listen to his Tiny Desk, I mean, just saying, his Tiny Desk is crazy.
And we have him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. You
Yeah,
know what
his
I'm saying?
Tiny
That's
Desk
Lemon
is crazy.
Color
He
in my mind.
even did the song in a whole different way. I mean, he took the song that he wrote and produced and created and arranged, I'm sure, and just did it in a whole nother melodic way. So no, that's a true musician and a humble dude, I believe. I don't know him personally, but I would just presume from his consistency in his work and his relationship within the industry that he's a really loved dude, but very talented guy. And so he's written for people behind the scenes. He's produced tracks. So yeah, shout out to T Pain. But your finesses are certainly people
Okay.
that I agree with that's finessing the game. Before I get you up out of here, there's one last question that I want to know, and I'm asking everybody before we wrap up 2023. But what's that
Bring it
one
out.
word? What's been that one word throughout the year that's been consistent? It may even be a statement, but if it's a word, what's one word that's been consistent for you for 2023?
It's gonna sound crazy, but stand on business.
So you've been saying that all year.
You know what? I
You've
feel
been saying
like,
that
well, at
all
least
year.
half of it, I'm gonna say at least half of it's been the majority.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of the fact that I feel like a lot of the times it ain't even about what everybody else is putting it on. Same concept, but really stand on business. Like whatever you moving, however you moving, if that's you and that's what you doing and how you rocking, stand on it. Don't let nobody switch it up. And a lot of people be switching up just for the show. Instagram, social media is taking over these people's brains, and I want y'all to bring it back, baby, because we care
Yeah.
about y'all. So stand on business.
And on business. And I think even with the hashtag, that being your word, as it is consistent and going to probably be on trend for the duration of 2023, stand on business. And AriaKai, continue to stand on business. Keep doing your
You
thing.
know it.
As the Red Cup Chronicles, I'll certainly be subscribing and following, but let my viewers know how they can keep up and how they can subscribe.
Oh, sweetie, everywhere. AriaKai Music. That's AriaKaiMusick. Capital A, capital K. That way, y'all know what it is. Y'all call me AK for short. She will stay loaded.
Yeah. And
Okay.
AK definitely gonna be shooting out some episodes. I mean, in the best way, right? Just giving you episodes after episodes. Queen, listen, I thank you so much for joining this episode and keeping my energy going for the rest of the season, because I'm going to reflect back on this first episode with my first Finesse, Aria Kai, man, holding it down. I'm coming to Georgia. Let me just say this, and we got to kick it. We got to do a podcast episode, and then not for nothing, I got to eat some good food at the table, because it
You
is
know
some
what
good
it
food.
is.
Shout out
You
to
already know
Georgia.
what it is. We're gonna feed you on and off camera because you know I like to have a little snack for my guests, bringing it in when my girl Marcia. So please come on. And honey, keep the energy. I'm so glad that you have me as the first guest for the Finesse portion of your podcast. Shout out to you, Kid, with Finesse Media. I'm so happy. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, we're gonna be holding it down, man. We're gonna be holding it down. And we're gonna keep this thing live. Shout out to Jackson State University, our HBCU
Come on
of
now.
the week. Go
Shout out
Tigers.
to Alabama State.
shout out
Go
to Alabama.
State.
Shout out to Alabama, most definitely. And each and every week on the Finesse Media Podcast, we shout out our HBCU. So if you want your HBCU to be spotlighted on this podcast, just hit us up. But make sure you like, subscribe, and comment if you like this episode, and show my girl some love. AriaKai, holding it down. Season 6, my first guest. I'll let you real soon, man. Don't go nowhere. I certainly want to talk to you.
Okay.
And I'll see y'all next week with something brand new. I've been your host, Ken Finesse Media, and I'll see you next week. Peace. Yeah, we gonna hold it down, man.
And anybody out here who are creative who's sitting down here and y'all watching, please, hello, tap in with me because I want to know who you are too. Thank you so much, Antonio, for letting me in, and I hope that y'all tune in, okay? Episode 3. Bring it into one space so we can showcase our talents in different ways. Please don't take for granted the talent you see these days. These people ain't come to play.
This has been another edition of the Finesse Media Podcast. Join us again next week for the latest news from HBCUs. Special guest